Okay, ran out. My video ran out. Okay, so what I was saying in part one of why I homeschool the raw truth was that after you see all of these curriculums, it really can be overwhelming. And when you hear about them, it can really be a lot. And especially when you start researching and finding out how much stuff costs. But I was stuck again because everyone was recommending that I try this, that I try that, but still nothing really suited my family. Meaning, I had a child that was in the, say, the sixth grade that was doing fourth grade math, or was in the fifth grade that was doing third grade something. So a box curriculum couldn't work for us. So what do you do then? So everybody's looking at me all weird, like, well, what curriculum are you getting? And it's like, oh, you should get such and such. It's so great, and it's so, if you, it's okay if you can, if your child, to me, it's okay if your child is on grade level on all subjects. But to me, if your child is not on point on all grade levels, which I don't really know too many children that are, it's hard to be able to just, to me, it's just like putting them back in school and having them just go with the flow. I felt like I needed to be able to deal with them on the individual level, and tailor their education based on their individual needs, and not just get a curriculum and feel safe about it and be done with it. So I started off, like I said, with my oldest. We when I brought everybody home, I had three sons at home that I was homeschooling. I put them all on time for learning because I was still scared. This is really my first official year that I was homeschooling them, and I was still trying to kind of figure out what I really wanted to do and which direction God was leading me to go in. So we ended up leaving the next year. God blessed me to be more confident, and I realized that I was a unit study type of, kind of a five in a row type of girl, meaning I needed to put together the curriculum for my children to meet their needs. So we did a lot of unit studies, and I would get a lot of side looks like, why are you doing that? Why don't you just go buy such and such? Why don't you, one thing that I have learned through this process is people have a lot to say, and you can't listen to it. They have a lot of suggestions, and you really have to do it for you and your children. Because for my oldest, we had to go all the way back in math to multiplication. And a lot of people was giving me the side eye and all of this stuff, like, oh my goodness, oh, that's so horrible. It's not horrible. Because once he was confident and got his multiplication down, then we can move forward. It's no use if I just said, you know what, he's in such and such grade, he's going to do such and such work, and that's it. I'm not doing him any justice. So I basically had to bring my children home, except my young guy, my little guy. He's up to level on a lot of his subjects. But the other two, I had to bring them home and put them where they were at the time and build them up. And when you build them up, it doesn't take forever. I mean, once they learn the foundation of learning, everything else, it'll happen over and in time. So I had to learn some things the hard way. But I'm happy with the decisions that I have made. It's funny because I have my blog, and it's a picture blog, because I was so, I had a lot of great ideals, But I didn't want to write and let anybody know about it because I didn't want to spell anything wrong, you know, with all the grammar police and everything out there. I didn't want to do anything and get my feelings hurt. So I started, someone had at the co-op had said, you know, Marlika, you have all these great ideas. You're using all of this wonderful creative ways to reach your children. Why don't you blog about it? And I said, blog about it? I said, I'm not going to write and have people pick me apart, you know, and I just didn't feel good about that part. So I decided to do a picture blog. So I would take pictures of the different things that we do, and I just put a picture on my blog. So if you've been to my blog and you wonder why she doesn't see anything, it's because I haven't made it to that level where I'm comfortable with writing and feeling good about it. A lot of people say, forget what other people, you know, how other people feel about how you write. Write from the heart. And it's like, yeah, I want to do it so bad, but yet I have a lot to say, but it's just people, you know, people in their comments, you know, I'm not, you know, some people are strong and can take it. I can't take it. You know, it's hard enough doing what I do on a daily basis and dealing with life on a daily basis to be bombarded with people and their negative comments. So I just put pictures. But what I found out that works for us is we do a lot of hands-on. I have them doing a lot of unit studies and a lot of cooking, a lot of real life things, you know. And these years that I've had them home so far, you know, it's been a joy because I've had the opportunity to relearn my children or get to know them on a personal level. You know, when you put them in school, they learn a lot of people's beliefs and they see a lot of things, what they think they want to do or how they want to be, that not necessarily reflects your family. So having them home and getting to know them and being able to see our family shine in a way that's pleasing to God and us, that's what really makes me feel good. So anyway, we will be trying new stuff this year. I did buy some classical learning stuff. I'm going to give it a shot and see how that works for us. It's really a struggle when you have kids that are at different levels because you really don't know where they are, or, you know, of course people say get them tested, and, you know, as a mom, I know my children and I know what they're strong in and what they're weak in. I'm just asking God and to open up my understanding and help send me the right necessary tools that I need to help raise them up, which He has been doing. So I'm excited about the upcoming school year. I'm excited about the new material that we will be using this year. I guess what I wanted to stress is that we need to teach our children where they're at. And everybody's children are at different levels. And a lot of times we get discouraged when we watch all these different YouTube videos and different things, and people say, oh, well, my child is able to do is speak in 15 languages, and you know, my child is, you know, he's in 1st grade, but he reads at a 7th grade level and all of this stuff. You know, one thing I can say about social media is you don't see it all. And I don't care how people present themselves, it's not everything. And a lot of times the reason I'm doing this raw video and saying, hey, I'm not I'm starting to become one of the brighter cookies in the bunch, but I haven't always been the brightest cookie in the bunch. And a lot of times you watch people videos and they only show you the highlights. Okay? But I'm coming to you saying that we struggle at My 3 Seeds of Joy. We work hard we have milestones that we cry and we clap and we're excited together. We learn together. My children know that, hey, I'm learning right along with them a lot of things. And that was another point that I wanted to make. When I first came into homeschooling, I said, oh my goodness, all these people are so educated. They're so this, they're so that. But what I found out was that a lot of them have been doing it for years, meaning they have taught English to 6 kids, 5 kids, 4 kids for so many years that eventually you're going to learn. You're going to learn. So I feel over time, I will become a better, stronger me. But for my children to see that we're learning together and that we all have our struggles, I think that's the best thing that I can teach them. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of rambling, and I just wanted to say that as to homeschool your children, it's a lot of wonderful people out there that's willing to help you. You know, I got a lot of, from our co-op, they had a free table. And a lot of people would finish their material and they would put the stuff on the free table, because I'll tell you, majority of the stuff, and having 3 kids, I can't afford it. So I got a lot of stuff off the free table. A lot of stuff was given to me. And a lot of stuff I found on Pinterest, or I did a lot of search on the web to find material to build my own curriculum for the children. Because the money, we don't have the money to go out. I can't spend the money that a lot of people spend on extra curriculum activities and all of these high price curriculums. I mean, if you can do it, that's great. But the families that I know, the real families that I know, it's a struggle to be able to pay for all of these things. But in the long run, I feel that it'll be worth it. And I feel that you don't have to spend the most expensive, you don't have to have the most expensive to teach your children. And you know, one of the teachers, when I first brought the kids home, I was so nervous. And the teachers told me, she says, Marlika, she says, the schools will always be open. Go home, try it. If it doesn't work, bring them back. Well, I haven't brought them back yet. I don't plan on bringing them back. Another person told me, I said, how can I do this? How can I teach my children? What if I'm not good enough? What if I don't give them what they need? And they say, you are their best teacher. You have struggles. You know what you deal with. So what your struggles is, how you've gotten around your struggles, you can teach them how to get around their struggles. So you're their first and best teacher. I was like, oh, wow. You never look at it that way. But now I'm starting to understand that that is the truth. Somebody else told me that the love that I have for my children would not allow me to fail them. And I know that I love my children and I want the best for them. So with God's help, they will be educated. They will be good citizens. They will be the apple of my eye forever. And I just thought I would share that with you guys, and thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. And if you feel, inadequate, or feel like you can't do it or you're not qualified, I can tell you that you are. If I can do the things that I've done with my children and watch them come up and excel in areas where the school system told me that they wouldn't, to watch them grow, it's been rewarding. So thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.